What's up, everybody? Yeah, I'm working on getting my stuff all up and done. Need to download kernels. Okay, continue. Next. I was working on getting Cinema 4D installed, and y'all can't see my screen for some reason. Let's see, screen capture. I decided for some reason it would be just a fantastic idea to update my computer right before I started streaming. And now I can't see it. What's up? So let's see. Screen capture should be there. NDI source 3. Okay. Let's delete that one. So how is everyone? I'm having a grand old time trying to figure out why this ain't working. Source time, okay. Let's see. How's everyone's week going? Size 20, that's right. Okay. Task manager. Well, that was dumb of me to update right before. But I couldn't get my Maxon app to run. Where is screen capture? Let's try NDI. Let's go to the NDI app. I don't want to register. I want to do this later. Okay. Screen capture HX. Let's try that. Still nothing. Video screen? That's my screen. Let's try live stream Hangouts. What's up, Brandon? Hi, John Haley. How are you? So, I was getting the Maxon stuff installed so that we can try out liquids. But for some reason, I can't get the NDI to work. Why isn't the NDI working? It sees the... You know what? Here we go. We're going to get crazy. We're going to restart it again. So, we're just going to chill out here. Maybe I could, if I'm not... What's up, Chris? Maybe if I'm not using my... Let me make sure that I've got C4D and Redshift installed. Maybe if it's not so heavy, if I'm just... Well, no, because you got to use the GPU for the new liquid stuff, right? I believe so. Is that right? Update. Oh, that's ZBrush. So, okay, so I probably have the newest versions of Cinema. We're going to wait for this to update. I wanted to play around with the liquids and try out like brains in jars and basically throwing everything at it. On some more VFX shots for film. That's cool. Week has been good. Yeah, I've been busy. Brandon, I'm not sure if you know this, but I've been freelancing over at ABC. And it's been a lot of fun. We've been working on a lot of really cool stuff. So, Barton was talking about you the other day. We were just chatting. He was talking about you. He's like, yeah, I love that guy. I talk to him all the time. All right. Let's see if we can get our screen capture working. Screen capture. Hey, there we go. All right, we are up. Oh, no. All right, well. Love myself some ABC peeps. Me too. All right, so here we go. We got this. We are in 2025 3.1. Oh, we need the music, don't we? We need the music. YouTube.com, and then we need the... What is it? The copyright free music. Copyright free music. And where is it? It's our lo-fi music. And whoops. Oh no. Go back. There we go. Oh. I've got my headphones in, but it's not even playing. Oh, it is playing through my headphones. Whoops. That's funny. All right. We're opening up Cinema 4D. It's taking a little bit, but we'll see. Doing a great job already, C4D. Wow. There we go. I'm going to chalk it up to it being the first time we've opened it. You know, I'm sad that they got rid of all like the articles and stuff like that. You know, I get it, training and stuff, but you want to show what it's like in the real world. That's good marketing. All right. So we're going to start with the simplest thing. We're going to make a sphere, and we're going to make a hemisphere. And we want to rotate it 180. We're going to start with bowl. Let's do a thicken. Throw that in there so we get a little bit of thickness. Get it all thick. All right. make this a little bit bigger. And then let's see. Let's see how easy it is knowing absolutely nothing about it. All right. Liquid fill emitter. Okay. Geometry. Okay. So that's probably... Let's see what happens if we do that. Then we hit play. Okay. I don't see anything happening. And it is frozen. So does it need, is it thinking? It's obviously thinking. Oh. Okay. Okay, well, I'll probably say it did that because I didn't put in a collider. So with, I think with the particles, you're supposed to do, what is it? Is it a modifier with that? Nope. Nope. Let's just throw in a simulation and we will do a collider. So let's do a slightly different sphere. We'll do a slightly smaller one so that it doesn't like intersect. Okay, there we go. All right, so now in our liquid fill, let's do this. And we'll, whoops, no, we'll keep that. I'll hide that. Then I want to get rid of this. I've started hating the work plane. Like, I like just working not in the work plane. I don't know about y'all. I know in Houdini, like a lot of people don't like that. All right, let's see. We hit play. We wait 800 seconds. Oh, that was much faster. Hey, hey! Oh, I wanted to hate that. I wanted... Oh, it's funny. I really did. All right, so let's see this. All right, we're getting crazy now. All right, we're going to do this. And then we're going to do a simulation. We are going to do a rigid body. Here we go. Let's see. We wait our 800 seconds. And then, oh, here it goes. It's dropping. It's dropping. Ooh, it's happening. Let's see. Does it interact? It does. Hey, hey. This is a little slow. Look at that. Okay. It's not bad. Oh, I need more frames. Oh boy, what'd I do? Oh no. There we go. There's a chat. What's up, Adam? Splashy time. I know. We've been talking about playing with it, so I figured it was about time. I always forget to like install the new cinema before, you know, we live stream. So I was like, all right, we'll do it this time. So this is 100% using my common sense to see what it looks like. And so we were able to do that in just a few seconds. That's... Dang. What is going on? My keyboard isn't working for some reason. There we go. All right. All right, so there's a little bit. That's good. Man, I like that liquid fill emitter. That's nice. Like, the fact that you don't have to, like, fill something up already. Now, I do wish this was a bit faster. This is pretty slow, you know? But, wow. But getting it prepped was actually, that was pretty easy. Let's see. So what are our options here? Start frame 0. That's cool. Density distribution, uniform, noise, and fields. Oh. Okay. So could you use fields to fill it? Or the density? try doing some fields. Let's do a linear field, just see what it does. All right. This is gonna be weird. I have a feeling it's, yeah. Oh, that's kind of neat. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Huh. Is this doing the particle-to-particle collision? Like, could I, what happens if you try to clone stuff onto it? That's not bad. That's pretty cool. So that's just the density though, right? So we should have a whole lot less over here than we should. Yeah. Like, look at that. That's pretty cool. Splashy splash. Okay. All right. So let's just we'll do uniform. Let's try noise. Let's see what noise. That's just turbulence. All right, we'll get rid of that linear field. I assume that's just gonna do, yeah, just noise. It's no big deal. Splash. That's cool. All right, we'll go back to uniform. Simulation scene, pattern, grid, sphere packing. All right, let's see what each of these are. So sphere packing. Let's see if they've got the help for this. Okay. Pattern, grid. Liquid particles are arranged three-dimensionally in regular rows and columns. Okay, that makes sense. Distance between the particles can be specified either depending on the default radius setting of the simulation scene or the scene settings. So is that a new thing in here? In our particle group size 1, or is it in our actual, is there a new simulation settings? Liquids, there you go. Okay. Default radius 3 centimeters. So if we do 1, this is going to be super big, I'm guessing. Nothing like just going through and reading the manual. I will say back in the day, ooh boy. That's a chunky boy. Oh boy. It does not like that many particles. Wonder if there's an up-resing thing, like at the end you up-res, or may not need it. All right, that's a thick boy. That is a thick. Let's do 1. Oh, okay, so that's just the draw radius. That's like how big the size is, right? Yeah. What's the default? You set to default. Acceleration clamp size, liquid default radius is 3 per passes. Okay, sphere packing in this mode to either the default radius from the settings in the accurate or an individual distance configured via the emission settings of this emitter can be used. So if we do sphere packing, okay, sphere packing is what we're doing. An individual distance configured via the emission settings. That's the emission settings. But where? Oh, okay, so if we override, okay, simulation scene, that's the scene one, so we can override this and do like 10, which will be really, really thick. Yeah. So. That's cool. But, like, so 3 is going to make it so that there's a lot more of them. Yeah. 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 Yeah, lady. Yeah. Can you download the document PDF and feed it to ChatGPT to chat with it and ask questions? I mean, I suppose I could. I don't really wanna. ChatGPT kind of lies sometimes. So that's interesting because look, I did 3 centimeters and our default radius is 3 centimeters. But when I do simulation scene where it's just doing the same thing as the scene, it does it correctly. Is that a bug? Because you would think that if you're setting your distance, the default radius. Okay, so sphere packing in this mode to either the default radius for the liquid particles from the settings, the active simulation, or an individual distance configured via the emission settings of this emitter can be used. Okay, an individual distance. It's identical to the familiar honeycomb arrangement, which is also available in Mograph cloner object compared to the grid arrangement. Volume to be filled is filled even more effectively here. This means that even more particles fit into the same volume. Okay. Oh, because it's honeycomb instead of like, okay. Yeah. Oh, they're putting videos in now. Nice. That's cool. Splashy splash. Available volume of the assigned geometry is utilized. Okay. Setting determines which spacing should be used. Okay, resolution. Let's go to resolution. All right, we're doing that. Okay. Density distribution. We did that. We played with that. Okay, now where is resolution? Simulation with identical settings. The only difference is that the grid arrangement was used on the left and the sphere packing arrangement on the right. In the latter, there is room for more liquid particles in the same volume, which leads to corresponding higher liquid volume. Okay. Resolution. I don't see resolution. I see output. Distance. Oh, resolution. Okay. Okay. Scene simulation. The distance in the selector panel automatically adapts to the default radius. Yeah, okay. An override is what we did earlier where we can set that. Neat. Okay. Distance. Override resolution setting. You can select an individual distance between the liquid particle. In the selected pattern, make sure the liquid particles react with repulsion to overlapping particles. Make sure that the liquids, therefore, always select distances that are at least twice the particle radius used. Okay, so here the size is 1. Is that the particle radius? That's size. Oh. Liquids, default radius. So then if we do here and we do override, let's do 6. So that seems about the same. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Do it, lady. Okay, cool. I like the fill. This is something that like, that's pretty cool, that the liquid fill emitter. That's pretty awesome because like previously in X particles when I was messing with liquids or even with real flow you had to actually like pour them in and stuff like that. It was awful in order to get it to fill up. So it was, you would use a lot of your, you know, like computer resources just to fill it up. Okay. Group, blah, 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 distribution, noise, fields. We figured that out. But it only distributes once. So I don't think it's a way to like get it to continue unless, let's see. Output. Let's see what this is. Show help. Output. As of Cinema 40 2020, it is possible to attach user-defined properties to the particles, which can then be queried again in conditions, in math, or data mapper modifiers, for example, or offset. against any other properties of the particle. Liquid filament or other property for storage here. Activate the option to the right of its name. Okay. Bomb. Born? That's born. Let me see. My eyes are going bad. Bing bong, bing bong. All right, born. This bool information indicates with the value true if the particles has just been newly created for the following frames. The value should be automatically set to false in order to actually only mark newly created particles with true. For this to work, a custom property of the type bool event must be assigned here. Activating the born option automatically takes care of this. You can also so let's just see what it does. I don't really get it, but I don't get it. All right, so right now I don't know what to do there, but that's okay. All right, here's our property. Liquid contribution, okay. Okay, so we can override our radius. That's cool. Target density. Ooh. Let's up that to 2000 and see. So is that gonna fill? Oh no, it fills the same amount of space. It's just, I guess, more dense. Huh. So does the sphere, this sphere, does it have a density as well? Dynamics, dampening, collision, friction, search radius, collision shapes, mode, volume, collision, outside, box, okay. Mass, density. So let's put the density at like 0.1 and see when it hits it, if it like floats, you know? Or whether or not, I mean, I would think that these two work together, you know? Okay. Well, that's funny. Oh, yeah. Like oil and water, baby. Like oil and water. Hey, that's good. I'm impressed. It did it. It's working the way that you would think that it would work. Oh, look, and then as you change the density. Okay. What's the density of water? What's the density of water? Anybody know off the top of their head? Density of water? What is the density of water? 997 kilograms per meter cubed. All right. Cork, water. So what is density based off of? Let's see. Let's show help. Density here, you can choose between custom density and custom mass. In the end, this is about assigning a mass to the respective object. If you select own mass, this can be defined, okay. Own density, the volume of the object will be taken into account. Okay. 5. Will this make it float back up? I want it to, can I use some kill modifiers on those? Because, yeah, they're way down there. So let's see, simulate, modifier kill. I want, is it, we put it in there? I can never remember. Kill, no. What is it? Modifier kill. Proximity, external. I think it's kill. But isn't there supposed to be... Oh, I'm supposed to do like a... That's right. Grew condition. I need a field condition, right? And then I put the kill in that. Is that what it is? We'll see what this does. I can't remember the order that all this stuff goes in. Okay, well that's not it. Okay, does that go in there? Okay, that killed all of it. No, that's not what I want. Do I drop it here? Is that it? Let's go there. And then there. Whoa, boy, that's too much. Jeez. Alright, so nothing will show up there if we do it correctly. Okay, we didn't do it correctly. So, you know what we do? We do here and we go show help. Use a modifier to delete particles to ensure this happens in a targeted manner. A condition can be added upstream. For example, when only the particles to be deleted are sorted out. The following example, a shader field has been contained with a condition. Okay, but show me how. Do I put the kill in here? Okay, that just kills all of it. But I want... A condition can be added upstream. So this is our condition. Okay. Then we do the kill. Do we then do that? Ah, there we go. Neat. Okay. So it's condition and then the thing. Okay. And what conditions do we have? We have just a condition. We have a field condition and then a time condition. Okay. Neat. Okay, so that's what I want. I want this kill like way down here. Let's do, instead of a box, do a linear. Where am I? I'll just move this. I think it's this way. There we go. Now if they go too far down, they'll die. They'll die. Oh, yeah, I forgot the density. What? Splash! It's real pretty, I will say. Let's see. And dead. Nice. Okay, good. Then we get some of our speed back. What little of it we have. Can I dock this? Ooh, I can. Heck yeah. Alright, that's fun. Alright. Okay, we're having a good time. Alright, target density. So let's see what 100 does. 100, I mean, it won't be very dense. Interesting. Does that mean less particles? This can be used to control the mass density and thus, for example, the buoyancy of the liquid. This influences the interaction with other liquids but also, for example, with solids or objects defined as clothing. Oh yeah, see, they've got some floating stuff on there. Ah, that's nice. Wonder if we can recreate that. Bet we can. Okay. Neat. Bing. But if we add more, okay, pause. By the way, for those who watched last week, my computer crashed and Cinema 4D by default, which now that I'm thinking about it, if you haven't done this, please go set it up. I wish they would do this by default. It's like literally the worst. Every time there's an update, you need to turn on your autosave. All right, that works. That's fine. Okay. So, all right, we've done the liquid fill emitter. That's pretty good. And I think lifetime velocity. Interesting. All right, so let's start over. Let's do a let's try an actual like simulation emitter. Not a liquid fill emitter. We want a basic emitter, right? Let's see, emission circle. Now where is this? Where's the liquid part of it? Emitter, reproduce, spline emitter, liquid fill emitter. It's not geometry, right? Would you throw another emitter in there? Like, no, that's not, you can't do that. Like, huh? You can throw a particle group. Particle group 1. That's particle group. This is probably stupid. No? No? Reset to default. Okay. Do you throw... Is it just a liquid mesh? Oh. Do you just throw that on there? Particle groups. Okay. No. Only include those. So basic emitter. Let's do rate. Okay. Is that meshing it though? And that's not intersecting. Or that's intersecting. All right, let's start over. Can be used to surround particles with a polygon hull. which can then also be textured with materials, processed with other generators, and rendered. In order for particles to be recognized, they must have a liquid contribution value, e.g. have been generated using a liquid fill emitter or have been supplemented with the corresponding liquid properties using a liquid modifier. Okay, so emitter, basic emitter, we'll do circle again, and then I know we need to add a gravity because it doesn't like it when we don't have gravity. $500, but we want it to be, we want our speed, let's do like 250. Modifier liquidity. Okay, so just playing with it. No. So then we put the liquidity to the particle group. Is it? Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. Cool. Let's do more. No, not speed. 1,000. Now let's do 250 per frame. That's gonna be a lot. There we go. Yeah. Ooh wee. Okay, so that turns that into liquid. But then if we want to do a liquid, oh boy, that's nice. Ooh, it's all green and goopy, like ooze. That's not bad. That is not bad. Okay. That's fun. All right, let's see. What if we make our sphere? Let's go back to its mass, custom density, 0.1. Will it float? Will it float back up? It should float. All right, so. Ah, yeah. It's like a ping pong ball on water. Let's see about the liquid mesh. Surface offset, mode, relative, steps. Bounding box, smooth. Geometry smoothing, let's see if we turn it off. Oh yeah, that's pretty gross. Geometry smoothing's nice, that's a good. Geometry smooth iterations. Ooh, are we gonna break this? We're gonna break it. 4, hey, that's not bad. So can you do like 1? We'll do 2, 3, 4. What's default? Reset to default. Smooth strength, normal smoothing, processing, remote artifact. What is that? Show help. Remove artifact. Wow, I'm so dumb. Activates an additional filtering of the geometry which can be used to remove interfering protrusions. Huh. Droplet scale. Dang. Do they have an initial state? So like, for example, if I wanted this to be my initial state, do they have that? I don't think they do. I think there's a way to do it. I don't remember. Basic emitter particle group, maybe? Nope. Cache. Timer mapping. Nope. Use animation. Shoo, 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 shoo. Huh. Let's change it to blue. Blue. Ooh, yeah. That's fun. Okay, so now Voronoi fracture, the thicken. Simulation, rigid body. Oh boy, should have paused that before doing this. Y'all, I'm so tired tonight. Yeah, I think I crashed. Well, we crashed it. Good for us. That's good. The individual drops in the geometry can automatically reduced in size. The following threshold value can be used to specify what is to be recognized as a drop. Huh. Oh, I can't even get to my computer. Okay, note to self. Do not put a rigid body tag on something that already has a collider body on it. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Synergy is not liking this. I can't even get to the program. Let's see. Oh, this is what happened last time. I plugged in, so let's just see if this crashes. Okay, well there we go. Let's see. Aha, okay. Do it. Okay, we're back. And we're back. I divided by 0. All right, on this we want dynamics trigger on collision. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, wow. Like I broke all of it. All right, well, yeah. Live streams. 07/10/25. Oh, Milstead. 10, 25. Oh, that closed real fast. Come on, cinema. I'm a little sad that it's still kind of slow. All right. See, this first initial time takes a while. Curious if it's like what the processes of this is, you know, or whether I just, again, divided by 0 and overloaded it. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, because I turned everything off. All right. All right, let's see. Like, what all is it initializing at that point? Okay, that broke. Interesting that the water didn't break it. Also, it's really goopy. That's fun. You default radius, set properties. I love that the only people that I get on Twitch are bots. That's so annoying. Oh, what'd I do there? I changed it. Unclicked and then clicked it back on. All right, so let's do this. Okay, so I want a jar that is about, say, 12 inches by 12 inches. Radius is 6 inches. And then height is 12 inches. Let's make this just a little bit. Let's do 18 inches. 16 inches. Okay. And then let's do 150. We are going to... I wish I could separate the caps because there's a lot of times in which in a cylinder when I wish I could just only take off one cap. So instead I have to make it editable. UL for loop, cut that off, and then Shift C into a thicken, drop that. I don't want that so thick, that's a chunky boy. I want like 0.25, yeah, that looks good. Okay. So then I'm going to do another cylinder. This is going to be our base. Let's see, rotation segments, 100. So then So then here we're going to do that. We're going to call this jar 01. And then we're going to duplicate this because I want to do instances, but I don't want to do an instance of that one because that one is going to get broken. So then I can do instances of these. Instance. Oop. Too many. Alright, we'll get rid of that one for now. So I want to go into ChatGPT and have it create a background of like a mad scientist's layer. That'll work. Do a keyframe on that. But then, see, I need to fill these. And then I'm going to put a top on them. Liquid fill emitter, and the emission is going to be a cylinder 1. Okay, good job. But in jar 1, we need to make sure that this thicken has a collider on it. So then we can hide this. We'll call this water, liquid, emitter, source. So then we'll hit play. Need to move up so I can actually see it. Let's see if I can hide that. Oh yeah, that's not very good. Okay, so we're on a real world scale. So on this, we need to make sure that our simulation, that the liquids, the default radius is like, it's like 3 centimeters is like almost a golf ball. We want it to be like, let's do like 0.1, which is probably going to kill the machine. One millimeter. It's not liking that. I'll tell you what. He's live. Oh, okay. Wow, that actually worked. Okay. But it looked like, oh, that is slow. And it's not saying that. That is too much. What's up, Chris H? How are you? Okay, so we made a mistake by making the default radius 1. First impressions. Okay. So it's slow. You know, I wish it wasn't so slow. I will say it's very easy to wrap my head around after just a little bit, which is surprising. See, that's not great. Let's make this, oh boy. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. This is probably it. Collision side both. Let's see. Let's turn. See that either. Yeah, see, that shouldn't be working like that. Let's try making this just a little bit thinner, like that. I'm gonna get out of this RS camera. Let's see. Okay. Nope. Why? 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 Not overriding that. What is it? Okay. Default radius. Let's try 1. Oh boy. Doesn't feel like that's right. See, why is it falling like that? Collision side both. That's what I did. Collision state. Ah, there we go. That was my fault. Liquid collisions though, but liquid collisions should be both as well. Okay, so that was my issue. So you need to have both of those on? That's weird. Nope. Why? Okay, that's weird. What the heck? Ugh. I don't want grid, sphere packing, yeah. Simulation, that's good. Okay, why is that corner just like falling out? Okay, we are officially completely inside. What in the world? Well, first impressions aren't great. Why? Collision side, inside? Okay, that stayed. Well, we're trying to figure out the liquids, Rev. Not really making anything. I was gonna make some brains in jars and stuff, but like... Okay. It's weird, like... I'll do this and then like a corner of it will just like fall. Do I need to add gravity? Like, is that it? I don't think that's it. No? Yeah, see? A bunch of it just fell. Why? Liquid in a jar night. Yeah, but it's not good. Okay, collision side. I want both. Do I just not have the right... Like, do I need more vertical segments or something? Let's try remeshing this. As far as speed goes, it's set to GPU in project rather than CPU. Let's see. CPU, not GPU. Yeah. Let's try that one. Okay. That seemed to work better, but I just changed it to a different GPU. Like, that shouldn't matter, right? Like, using my system GPU versus using the other one? Okay, I don't know what just happened, but now it's working. Maybe there was like a cache or something it was saying. Weird, but we'll use the other one. Thanks, Chris H. That was a good suggestion. I don't think it like fixed anything, but maybe it could have been the remeshing that I did. Let's see. Because initially it's only this. I know sometimes when you're dealing with particles and stuff like that, you want to... Nope. Weird. That's so stupid. Okay, well... Let's do that. Let's see if we start over. Okay, there we go. That looks like that didn't send anything out. So what happens if we do... Let's turn off gravity. I just want to see what this does. Yeah, see, you don't necessarily need gravity for the liquid stuff. But if I do like a turbulence, it does. Yeah. Strength. Ooh. Scale. Oh, that's fun. You wouldn't think so, but I have no idea. I just click every box until things work, right? Yeah. Oh man, that's so much fun. Dude, that turbulence is cool. All right, let's throw my my machine is like now getting loud. Oh, it just got quiet. That was it, cuz did it freeze? No, no. Let's see. Liquid mesh. Oh boy. Dynamic. Let's see. Influence scale. Ooh boy. Okay, smooth. We want smoothing. Smoothing's good. 4. I think I need more particles is the issue. So let's see. Liquid fill emitter. Properties, target density. That's not how many particles, right? Let's look at the show the help on that. Be used to control the mass density and thus, for example, the buoyancy of the liquid. So target density is not like how dense or how many it is. Doesn't seem like. Let's just do 10 just to see. Yeah, that's just. Speed 0. Uniform noise. Liquid contribution. Radius. So our liquids, our default radius has to be what it is, right? What it do? Oh boy. That didn't help. extra iterations. Ooh. Let's turn off the liquid mesh right now. Yeah, see. This song sounds like the Cisco hold music. So it adds more in there depending on what the radius is. And measure, influence scale. That's really gross and weird. So should I not be working in real world scale? Liquid simulations are made to work at real-world scale. Defaults for other simulations and default of scene may encourage to work at a higher scale, but that's definitely not a good idea for liquids. I don't think so, but I have no idea. Just click every box, yeah. Real world scale and simulations. Influence scale. Oh. You know what I think we should do next week? I think we should play around with Liquid Gen and Ember Gen. Of course, I have played with those, and those are all node-based, and it's very confusing. At some point, we're just going to download Houdini. You know, it's a shame because my initial impression of it was like, hey, this is pretty good. This is really nice. And then I tried to do something like a real world application with it, and it just didn't work. Like, see, this is the hardest thing with some of these new simulation things. It's like I don't know where to start. So override. Like, where do you deal with, like, okay, so liquid mesh, we're going to turn that off. And that's going to stay all of it will stay in here, right? And that's good. This is what we want, okay? If I turn on the turbulence, cool, it goes around. But the liquid mesh doesn't conform to the collision stuff. It doesn't look like. So when I turn this on, see, it doesn't see collisions and stuff. Colliders, interaction, mass, friction, stickiness. Liquid filamentor, yes, but let's do the liquid mesh. Bounding box. Static? No. Processing, remove artifact, droplet scale. 10. Steps. Surface offset. Let's try that. Okay. Looks like it's just adding more. Okay. Inches. No, 6 inches, because radius or diameter is 2r, right? 6 inches by 16 inches. Yep. Domain has particles over the fluid size of these particles. Particle group? I mean, that's just the draw, right? Okay, so it's drawing the radius. This doesn't matter, right? Oh, okay. So this is just the scale of the particle. This is, it's drawing the radius. Okay. Okay. definitely smaller. Why it didn't fill, that's weird. Okay. So, where do we do this? Where was that? 0.5. Let's do simulation scene radius. See, but that's the same. No, distance. Okay. Liquids, default radius, 0.5. Okay, so I get more in there, but as soon as I start going down to way lower levels, or way lower numbers, yeah, I need some, let's see, I need some dampening. Yeah, can y'all hear my computer just... See, the thing is, like, this default radius should be a lot smaller. I would think, right? Mograph and hot dog. All right. Put a hot dog on. Dampening. Okay, so we've got a scene dampening. Oh boy. Crash, 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 crash. Well, while we're waiting for that to come up, we can go ahead and thank our sponsor, Otoy. They are the makers of Octane Render. You know them, you love them. They also created the Render Network. If you need super fast rendering, give Octane a try. You can create some super photorealistic renders, as you can see here. Also, we got a few more weeks of the Render Royale, the July Retro Sci-Fi. I think next week we're going to create our own Render Royale submission. But I'm going to say I want to submit, but I don't want to be judged. So I think that'll be fun. Make sure and get those in by July 25th. You've got 15 more days. So yeah, let's go back to this. Has it done anything? Nope, we're stuck. All right, so as we always do, when it's close to around 9 or a little past 9, I'm going to go ahead and call it for the night because, you know, once cinema crashes, it decides that we're not doing any more live streaming. So I appreciate everyone coming in tonight and hanging out. Make sure to watch us next week. Who do we have on next week? Let me see. Hold on. My speed runner is so close to the world record, and he's only 0.4 seconds. Let's see if he gets the world record. But while we're doing that, let me check the schedule. Calendly. I've got a bunch of really great guests coming up. Log in with Google. Okay, log in with Google. Let's see what we got. Meetings. Jake Bartlett is next week. That's going to be fun. And then Jay Allen the week after that. And then Dave. Dave's going to be on the 29th. Isn't that fun? He's going to come and talk about Camp Mograph and all the exciting Camp Mograph stuff. So that'll be fun. So yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun playing around with liquids. Yep. Still can't get C4D to work. It is frozen. So yeah. Until next week, or to see y'all Tuesday. Bye.
It's pretty good, I guess.